So, let's talk about Mission Impossible 7. Yes, you heard that right. We're on to the 7th Mission Impossible. If you haven't heard of Mission Impossible, you have most likely heard the theme song, which has found its way to slip into meme and pop culture. And if you haven't heard of that, I'm sure you have heard of Tom Cruise. And if you haven't heard of him, I don't know. Mission Impossible 7 is set to be released in November of this year. But with COVID-19 still being a worldwide issue, a delayed date wouldn't be out of the question. In fact, as we speak, I believe they're actually still filming. Now, Mission Impossible 7 and Mission Impossible 8 were supposed to be filmed back-to-back, with the 8th film coming out next year. So with all of this news, I'm concerned about Tom. Tom Cruise is one of the last A-list actors out there. Tom Cruise was 34 years old when he first starred as Ethan Hunt in the first Mission Impossible back in 1996. Fast forward 25 years, and he's still playing that same character at the age of 58. Now, I'm not going to spoil the Mission Impossible movies, but if I had to describe them, it's like a pure adrenaline rush with a lot of cool stunts, but it has really solid storylines that help add to the tension and cements Tom Cruise as one of the best, if not the best action star of all time. Now, when I say I'm a little concerned about Tom,
anybody says they're a little concerned, they're very concerned.
I know Tom is trying to do whatever the film needs in order to succeed.
Look, I do it because it's entertaining to you all. Do you know? I want to entertain you.
I think they're going to find out.
And since Tom is known for doing mostly all of his stunts, and we're not talking about like falling onto a mattress pad here, we're talking about extreme stunts. So as an audience, we are wired to want more and more of that. Tom could be compared to Houdini at this point, just pulling off stunt after stunt and escaping death after each one. But let's take a look at some of the stunts Tom has done throughout the Mission Impossible series. Tom Cruise has done it all, from riding a motorcycle into heavy traffic without a helmet, jumping out of planes by himself, climbing one of the tallest buildings in the world, hanging onto the side of a plane while it's taking off into the air, and holding his breath for over 5 minutes. And might I add, those last 2 stunts were in the same movie. There are also reports that Tom has already done stunts that involve a motorcycle and a train for the 7th movie already. So there is literally no stopping this man. But what can they do narratively and storytelling wise to help soften the physical burden on Tom? So, interesting factoid. Besides the last 2 films, the first 4 films had a different director for each of them. Now, this could stem from Tom wanting each movie to have a different feel to them. Christopher McQuarrie is now the current director and was the director of the last 2 films and will stay on to help direct the next 2. But honestly, no matter who the director is, I'm pretty sure everything happens with Tom's permission. So I'm not saying as of now Tom has to go on looking for other actors to play his role, or maybe find a stunt double for all of his stunts now. But I think it would be nice to explore some other narratives that don't involve putting Tom's life at risk. Well, literally. Now, the character of Ethan Hunt could be compared to James Bond, or maybe even Austin Powers.
Yeah, baby.
Oh wait. But unlike a character such as James Bond, Ethan Hunt doesn't have the... what's the word? It's also not the case with Tom's acting ability. He's played in many drama and comedic roles throughout his career, but with Mission Impossible, well, they aren't really trying to wow people with their deep storytelling here. The franchise could also be compared to the Fast and the Furious franchise, but with the only comparison being the number of films. Yes, Mission Impossible is cheesy at times, but it's like a good cheese, while Fast and the Furious just sucks. The Mission Impossible series as a whole is probably one of the greatest action series of all time. And Ethan Hunt being the second best character Tom Cruise has portrayed, with Les Grossman being the first.
I will fuck you up!
Tom channeled that role again to chew out crew members on the set of this next film for breaking COVID-19 protocols. It honestly doesn't matter if you think that Tom is a short, crazy Scientologist freak. You can't deny that this guy has passion for his movies.
They're genuinely risking their lives to entertain people, which is incredibly valiant and daft.
The Mission Impossible franchise is Tom's baby. And yes, you could say, well, it's just an action movie. But you could tell well with, honestly, any movie that was made with pure passion and dedication.
I looked at JJ and I knew this is his first day of his first feature film. It was actually kind of emotional for me, really, because here's a man that I have such respect for and who deserves this more than anybody.
Many film franchises seem to lose their novelty and start to get old, but many fans believe that this last one, the sixth one, Mission Impossible Fallout, was one of the best ones, or the best ones. Well, I mean, if you add Henry Cavill, that's like an automatic yes for me. But no homo, though. Now, we could discuss the option of having less stunts. I know, but hear me out. Tom has done it all. Like, what's he gonna do next? Ask Elon Musk to borrow a rocket to strap himself to?
You?
Now, I'm not afraid to admit this video is partly a love letter to the immortal Tom Cruise. But let's just have him take a break, maybe explore some other character study, maybe help build up that love story between him and Rebecca Ferguson. Just something that doesn't put Tommy at risk. Nah, bring that rocket out.